Well, she finally spilled the tea, and trust me's hotter than a microwave burrito at high noon. The View has long been the daytime equivalent of a cage match with microphones, fiery debates, sizzling takes, and enough controversy to power an entire city. That messy energy is what hooked millions of viewers and cemented its spot as the heavyweight champ of talk shows, but in a no-holds-barred sit-down with Allison Schneck. Candace Cameron Bure yanked back the curtain and gave us a peek behind the chaos. Her insider scoop explains a lot, like why the commentary often feels like it was written by a confused parrot. Buckle up, we're diving in.
If I'm not wrong, because I don't know too much about The View, but I've seen definitely like some controversial clips online or on YouTube. Yeah. That's a primarily liberal audience.
Oh yeah, it is. That whole show started and it's called The View because it's supposed to be 5 different viewpoints.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much one viewpoint.
That's what I picked up.
Yeah, there's usually like one token conservative. So I was that conservative for 2 years on this show.
But going into it, you knew that you were going to be that kind of token target.
Yeah.
All right, let's set the stage. Candace Cameron Bure co-hosted The View from 2015 to 2016. Back when the show leaned more toward lighthearted chit-chat than the full-blown political smackdowns we see today. Still, the winds of change were already blowing. It was like watching a sweet, calm puppy slowly transform into a full-on drama llama. Producers apparently decided, hey, let's turn these women into overnight political pundits. Suddenly, everyone was expected to have a scorching hot take, whether they knew the difference between a filibuster and a filet mignon or not. Then came Trump. His political entrance was like tossing a fireworks factory into a silent library. Instantly, his name meant clicks, ratings, and constant media meltdowns. Naturally, talk shows scrambled to adjust quicker than a cat on a Roomba, and The View jumped headfirst onto the outrage train, devoting entire segments to anti-Trump commentary. Ratings soared, tempers flared, and the show's identity shifted overnight. But here's the kicker. If the chaos was already brewing, the real question is, why on earth did Candace sign up for the circus in the first place?
I tried to turn that job down.
Are you serious?
Multiple times.
That's so funny.
And I was like, I know they talk so much politics on the show, and I'm not comfortable with that, so no. And then they came back and they were like, we're actually switching it. It's going to be more pop culture, more evergreen topics. We're not really going to talk about politics that much. And it was like, okay. And then I was like, well, I live in LA and I'm not moving to New York, so no. And they said, we'll fly you back and forth every week. We'll pay for the tickets every week.
The biggest open door.
They just kept upping the ante. Like everything I tried to say no to, they had a solution for.
This just proves the producers had one goal at first, but swerved hard the moment they realized politics meant ratings gold. Even Raven Simone, who co-hosted alongside Candace, spilled the tea in her signature blunt style. I feel like I just got catfished. I thought I was going on a show where it was pop culture and fun and exciting, and I got catfished and I learned a good lesson. Boom, that line alone sums it up perfectly. It's a complete 180 from Barbara Walters. Original vision. The View was supposed to be a lively mix of women from different generations, backgrounds and beliefs, sharing conversations about anything and everything. It's not a political cage match where dissenting opinions got steamrolled. Candace didn't hold back either. When describing how her co-hosts prepped for segments, let's just say her behind-the-scenes details suggest the prep work sometimes felt more like coordinated chaos, kind that could leave your head spinning and your sanity quietly filing for divorce.
How did you prepare for each and every episode?
Girl, I have never prepared like I have prepared for that show in my life, okay? You basically get a packet of about 80 topics the night before because they're all current events. They keep moving and changing, whatever happens in the news cycle. So I would spend probably a minimum of 4 hours each night researching all 80 topics so I could understand what I didn't understand.
Yeah.
And then on the morning of, with the hosts and the producers, they break it down. We go through all 80 topics and then pinpoint maybe 7 or 8 of those that we're actually going to discuss on the show.
I've got to say, this explains exactly why The View sometimes dishes out takes so questionable they could qualify as a public safety hazard. Skimming a handful of articles the night before doesn't magically turn anyone into a policy expert. That move might have squeaked you through a college exam, but on national TV, with millions watching, there's no room to bluff. You can spot it instantly. The moment someone's knowledge stops at the headline, out come the buzzwords sprinkled, like confetti. Fake confidence takes over, and boom, instant. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Energy. Sunny, Joy, Whoopi, you've seen it enough to make a drinking game out of it? And Candace didn't sugarcoat a thing. In later interviews, she laid out what being on the show really felt like: no filters, no fluff, just raw, chaotic truth.
I don't miss The View at all. I love being on talk shows. I love hosting talk shows,
Right.
but that was a hard job every single day in, day out, talking politics.
Yeah. And
So-
Christianity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my faith, that was the easiest part for me, to be able to talk about my faith and share my faith. But I'm happy right now not to be on that show and talk about lighter topics right now.
There was only one type of stress that I've ever felt in my life that came from that show. It was so difficult. And to manage that emotional stress was very, very hard. Felt like I was going into a show that I didn't have a clear opinion about, or nervous to talk about.
In a Daily Mail opinion piece, Meghan McCain dropped a truth bomb of her own. I was on The View to be the conservative voice. They must have thought I was the kind of Republican they could stomach. Little did they know, it's not the extremists. They hate it's anyone with a different point of view. And honestly, she's not wrong. That's basically the job description: be the token conservative. Endure a daily 4-in-1 brawl. And try not to get stammed the moment you dare stray from the left-leaning script. The other co-hosts swoop in with eye rolls and eruptions, or conversational gymnastics so sharp they'd earn a gold medal. And then there's the audience, the unofficial 5th co-host ready to boo, cheer or clap on cue, essentially gaslighting you in surround sound. Sure, the paycheck is fat, but is it worth being shouted down daily? Debatable. Candace also revealed how she handled this circus. And let's just say, her strategy might explain why the token conservative chair flips faster than a pancake at a 24-hour diner.
You have different reactions when you're put under pressure. So they talk about fight or flight. Like, do you fight? Are you ready to go for it? Or do you want to take off? Like, you want to hide and you want to run? And I would say I am a flight person.
Really?
I don't love conflict. I'm not afraid of it. I like resolution. So I'm always happy to have the discussion because I like directness and I like resolution. But I'm not like, my gut reaction is not to fight with people. I want to take a hike. So with that, I think my disposition helped me in that when people really come at me, I don't get super riled up. Like, I don't put on the boxing gloves.
Let's be real, no one can survive an entire episode with Joy Behar and Sunny Hostin tag-teaming you, shouting nonstop, armed with recycled hot takes and Olympic-level hand gestures. Honestly, they might be the secret reason The View won't stand the test of time. What do you think? Are Joy and Sunny quietly sabotaging the show from within? Or are they just part of the chaotic charm that keeps viewers hooked? Drop your thoughts in the comments, I'd love to hear them. Want your friends to get their takes from an independent voice like ours? Share this video. Thanks for tuning in.